With the release of Prismatic Evolutions today, I thought it'd be fun if we could do a tier list of like all the arts, because no one can get their hands on this set apparently. There's literally people fighting in Targets, Walmarts, just to get their hands on these boxes. It is kind of crazy and it's very sad to see. Stay safe out there, and let's just hop into the tier list. We're just gonna ignore all the normal EX cards and the A-spec cards. We'll just jump straight to like the full arts and the illustration rares and the secret rares. So first up on the list, we'll do some full arts. Amaris. It's a pretty nice card. There's a waterfall behind her. It's C tier. Atticus, nice forest in the background. Character design is pretty nice. Put it in B tier. Atticus, again, apparently there's two Atticuses in this. Looks like a school sort of background. Bulletin board on the back. I think this one will probably go in C tier. Brassius. There's also like a little bit of the art kind of poking out into the border here. Kind of a cool feature, you know? Looks pretty cool. I would put it in B tier with the other Atticus. Airy, just because, you know, this card is like an anime waifu look. It's a nice looking card. I feel like people will go crazy for this. Put it in B tier. Friends in Paldea, just because there's multiple trainers in this, I would say it would do pretty well. I put it in B tier. Giacomo? Nothing very special here, so put this one in B tier. Just standing in front of a window. Larry's skill. A bit more interesting. Looks like he's adjusting his glove. Kind of cool art style. I would maybe put it in C tier. Mela. This card is going to do well. Anime waifu cards. Personally, I think it's a great looking card. Put in B tier. Ortega. It's a good looking card. I'd put in C. Rye Fort. Definitely a lot going on with this character design. Put at C. Time. Interesting hair design. Don't really see anything special though. Put this one in C. Let's do the special illustration support cards. Emery's. Personally like, I guess, sort of style. Having the border around the art. E tier. It's a pretty nice card. Crispin has a lot going on. He's using a frying pan. He's like tossing a Pokeball up. Are they cooking a Pokemon? Maybe playing tennis with the Pokemon balls? I don't know if the Pokemon inside the ball would be okay if you're playing tennis, especially with a skillet like that. I'll put this one in A, our first A tier. Drayton, it looks like he just destroyed a bunch of snackies over here. Food coma, put that one in B tier. Janine's secret art rare. She's kicking the camera. I'm looking at the background here. That looks like Mount Fuji looking thing, and there's like a little village down there. I'd put this one in A tier. Kieran, decent card. Put it in B tier. Lacey, I really enjoy the style of this card. She looks like she's frantically doing some paperwork here. From what it looks like in the background, there's like Pokemon food. I would put this one in A tier. We'll do gold cards. I am not a huge fan of the gold cards. The readability in this is not really there. I can't even tell what this is. It's just kind of like a silhouette. Maybe it looks better in person. They just look expensive. That's it. I'd put the Iron Leaves C tier. Ogre Pawn, it reads a little better than the Iron Leaves, because like I think the silhouette of the Ogre Pawn actually gives it kind of a cooler look. Iron Leaves, I would put maybe in D tier. Walking Wake, the red just kind of blends in. Pikachu, like you can see the face, right? But like otherwise it's just kind of unrecognizable. I'm gonna have to put that in D. And we also got that art with Surging Sparks. So okay, now this Terapagos card, this one in my opinion goes to the bottom of D tier. Nothing in this is readable. You can barely tell that it's a turtle. What is going on in this card? I don't even know. So that finishes up the gold cards, and now we just have the special illustration rares. Leafeon, not my favorite Leafeon art. My favorite Eevee art comes from Crown Zenith. This one is a close second. I do really like the foliage. Probably one of my favorite evolutions too, so I'll put top of A tier. Ogerpon, not a very popular Pokemon. They gotta do something different than just showing the mask, like boom, you know, like just showing the mask in front of your face. It gets kind of boring when you have 10 different cards that look like the same thing. I'm gonna have to put this one in C tier. Flareon, there's a cool ring around this. I would put the Flareon B tier. It's not my favorite evolution of this set. Cerulege. Okay, so when I saw this card, I was very impressed. Cerulege from Surging Sparks. That one was very nice. This one blows it out of the water. I'm sure like in person, it would look even better. This is the first S tier. Ogerpon, again, they gotta do something different. I'm sick and tired of seeing this thing. No one really enjoys pulling it. Out of all like the SIRs, like when you pull that and you could have pulled an evolution, it's like, it doesn't make sense. So I'll put it in B tier. Vaporeon. Vaporeon. I can see the bubbles. There's some splashing going on underneath it. Very much a stained glass window look. This could definitely be like in a Gothic church in one of the windows. It looks great. I mean, besides the whole Vaporeon thing, this definitely goes into A tier. I think it might be a little bit better than Leafeon, honestly. Okay, Glaceon, I see crystals in the back here, but I feel like it doesn't really do much with the ice theme. I'm gonna have to give the same treatment as the Flareon. Actually, the Flareon kind of achieves like a better fire sort of theme. It goes into B tier. Alafin. So when I saw this card, I immediately thought a very different look, especially for like the art style of Pokemon cards. It's an art style that's unique enough. I wouldn't be surprised if people start calling this like the Star Platinum Alafin or something like that. I don't know. I would put this one maybe in the bottom of A tier. Ogerpon, we do not need to discuss this. That goes straight to D tier. Jolteon, it's a fast Pokemon because it's lightning. I kind of wish it did more than just being fast, you know? I would like to see a little bit more of that sort of lightning theme. The art style is definitely very unique. Very bold colors. I would put this at the top of B tier. Iron Hands. I mean, from the videos that I've seen, it looks pretty nice. Just kind of levitating. Futuristic UFO robot. It really gives the sense of future. Even the landscape here is kind of like barren and deserted, like wasteland. I would put it above Palafin. Espeon. People say that this will be the second most expensive hit of the set. Some very nice flowers in the background. Got some pearls here. Espeon's kind of leaping into the foreground. I would put it at the top of A tier. I feel like the Vaporeon is a bit nicer though. Okay, I'm gonna put it below the Leafeon. Okay, Sylveon. Mystical fairy sort of. It looks like it's standing on a cake. There's a doorway in the background. I wouldn't be surprised if this were the second hit of the set. It's got to go in S tier. Iron Valiant. It looks cool. It gives Darth Maul vibes. The cracked sort of lava looking thing in the bottom. The Death Star looking thing in the background. This one definitely goes into top of A tier. I think I like the Vaporeon a bit better, but it's definitely top of A tier. Iron Crown. Interesting art style. 2D. It's got a grid in the background like some sort of matrix mesh kind of thing. I think it would go top of B tier. Sandy Shocks. It looks as if this could have been something painted on the walls of ancient caves by like cavemen who saw these Pokemon, which I think is what it wants to achieve. Could be like hand painted by charcoal on a cave wall. So I would put this one maybe above the Palafin. Ogerpon, we don't have to talk about this. Actually, why don't we just move all the Ogerpon to like D tier? Okay. The number one hit of the set, the Umbreon, a Moonbreon version 2, a Sunbreon, whatever you want to call it. I think there's a reason why the set was so hyped, and it was because of this card. The moment this card was leaked, everyone knew that this was going to be Evo Skies V2. There's a lot of color going on, but it's all like very dark themed. It pops a hollow foil on it. If you like see videos of it, it shines like stained glass. Like there's a reason why this is going to be the top chase. It's top of S tier. Everyone's saying it's going to give the Moonbreon a run for its money. I truly believe that. I personally think this looks better than the Moonbreon of Evo Skies. I would not be surprised if this thing is worth more than the Moonbreon, especially with the pull rates. Roaring Moon. This one looks more like a old Chinese painting. Ink sort of painting, especially with those clouds that kind of roll like that. It's something that you would see maybe in Chinese or Japanese mythology. I'll put it at the top of B tier. I think the one from Paradox Rift looks a lot better. Perchant, definitely not something that I would be looking for in the set. I mean, it's better than the Ogerpons. Yeah, bottom of C tier. Bulldango, he's riding a surfboard, a skateboard, or whatever it is. He's throwing coins. I think people who like this Pokemon will really like this art. Yeah, it looks like a chill dude. B tier. Okay, I really like Dragapult, but I just really wish that Pokemon would do something more than just have them look straight on. It's like the same as the Ogerpon. He's just kind of looking at you menacingly. It's a cool looking art though. It's very unique. If you were to cut construction paper and then like just kind of stick them together to make this thing, I would have to put it maybe below the Roaring Moon. Raging Bolt, it looks like a mythology creature. Red lightning kind of shooting down. Cool swirls for the clouds up there. East Asian sort of tree in the background there. Put it maybe above Sandy Shocks. Eevee card. This Eevee is kind of blown out by the background. I can see the Eevee obviously, but it does start to blend into the background because of how light in color the Eevee is. There's some nice flowers, I would put it into C tier. I mean, it's not better than any of the ones in B tier. Ursaluna, Blood Moon Ursaluna. There's a moon behind it, a blood moon. It definitely looks like a mythical beast. It's got steam blowing out of it like a freaking titan. It's mean looking, it's menacing. I would put it maybe above Sandy Shocks. Terapagos, I think anyone who pulls this card will be disappointed unless you're a huge Terapagos fan. It's the same as the Ogre Pawn. It looks the same as the ones from Stellar Crown. They have to do something more with it. I feel like I've seen this like over and over again. It's a little more readable than the gold one. I'd rather pull this one than the gold one. We'll put in D tier. I'd put that as the ranking for D. I think that'll be my ranking for C tier. Yeah, it's my final ranking for B tier. That's the list. This is what I think of the cards. This set is very nice. I think what they should have done with this set was maybe like downgrade some of the cards. Like instead of special illustration rare, just downgrade it to an illustration rare, especially the Ogre Pawn Mask. I don't think anyone's going to be happy pulling those as special illustration rares. It doesn't feel very special. Okay guys, just as I was finishing up this video, this came in. I got a poster collection. We're gonna rip open a pack right now, actually. In the box, we got our 3 promos here. We've got Vaporeon, Jolteon, and last but not least, we got Flareon. We also have the poster. Some nice arts for all of them. A row of EXs, the normal EXs. And then on the very bottom, we have all the SIRs. If we flip it around, ta-da! Prismatic Evolutions. Last but not least, we get 3 packs of Prismatic Evolutions, or as people are terming it, Traumatic Evolutions. We have Prismatic Evolutions. Who knows if we're gonna get really anything from this set. It looks like we have all 3 pack arts for this. Let's just hope for something like, even like a Pokeball from this, honestly. We'll start off with the Leafeon, and let's see what we get. So, code card, we got a Hollow Energy there. So, kind of saw the back there, but it looks like we didn't get anything. Roto Stick, Cottony, Professor's Research, Litleo, Janine's Secret Art, Regigigaz, Lacey, Noctowl, Bug Catching Set, and a Leafeon. Wow, from the Leafeon pack. Yeah, no Pokeball in that. Oh, actually, no. This one, this Noctowl. We actually did get a Pokeball. It's just kind of hard to see. Here we go. Screw it, we'll just open another. Because why not? Celebrate Prismatic Evolutions release day. Ooh, that would open a little better. Okay, code card. Okay, one in the front. Energy. We got a Dark. Actually, are these hollow? Are all of the energies hollow? They look like it. Okay, so we have Larry Skill, Dune Sparse, Goldeen, really like that art. Nice fireworks in the background there. Applin, Binding Mochi, Executor. That's actually some very nice art. Standing in a swamp or something like Shrek. Very nice. Explorer's Guide. Ooh, an A-Spec. Treasure Tracker. That's a very nice A-Spec. We got a Houndoom. Pokeball. Nice. I don't know if I would consider Pokeballs hits. Maybe Master Balls, but I don't think I would consider Pokeballs hits. Pheasantipity. That's it. Okay. And we'll do our last and final pack. And this one has the Moonbryon. Hopefully it has the Moonbryon, but it's got the Espeon and the Umbreon. Knowing how hard it is to pull, let's not get our hopes up. Maybe a little better than a Pokeball, even an A-Spec. Code card. And this one is not a Hollow Energy. Okay, so we just lucked out on the first 2 packs then with our 2 Hollow Energies. Got a Noibat. Black Belt Training. Slowpoke. Hippotas, Scream Tail, Prehistoric or whatever it is. We got Briar, Hawktua, no, Hawlucha. We got Bronzong, another Houndoom, not a Pokeball, and an Umbreon, non-Pokeball, non-Master Ball, just a normal Umbreon Hollow. Okay. So, I mean, yeah, like this is only a sample size of 3 packs, but I can already tell that the hit rates on this are just abysmal. as everyone says. We got 2 Pokeballs out of it. Not bad if you consider those hits. I don't consider them hits. Like, I can barely even see that. Come on. We got 2 holo energies here. Pretty cool. We got an Ace Spec and a Umbreon holo. And then we've also got 2 Pokeball holos. I feel like this should just replace the normal holos, honestly. That is underwhelming, to say the least. I hope you enjoyed this tier list making video. If you want to see more content like this, make sure to like and subscribe, and let me know what set I should do next. I'll see you guys later.